Welcome to the Explainer. So, if you're a focused learner and you've ever been curious about how the absolute best digital products make it from a simple, rough idea to a flawless working reality, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're diving into a massive friction point in the tech world. We're going to look at exactly how we solve that clunky, often painful friction between digital ideation, design, and developer handoff. And we'll be doing that by unpacking the core concepts behind Adobe XD.
Think about the high-stakes reality of today's digital economy for a second. How on earth do you design for 1,000 different screens? Users today absolutely expect flawless, lightning-fast, and visually engaging experiences. Whether they're sitting in front of a massive desktop monitor, working on a laptop, swiping on a tablet, or just using the smartphone in their pocket. If they don't get that seamless experience, boom, they're gone. They just leave. So how do modern design teams actually manage this immense pressure without the whole project falling apart?
Okay, let's dive right into this blueprint for better design. First up, we have the Digital Experience Mandate, then Mastering Responsive Design, followed by Bringing Designs to Life. From there, we'll look at building consistent design systems, seamless team collaboration, and wrap it all up with delivering business success. Basically, we're going to trace a digital product's journey from a totally blank canvas all the way to a completely stress-free developer handoff.
All right, Section 1, the Digital Experience Mandate and the high-stakes reality of modern design.
You know, a genuinely well-designed product does way more than just look pretty. It drives actual measurable business growth. But when design fails, wow, the risks are severe. A disjointed experience instantly lowers customer satisfaction and totally weakens your brand's credibility. I mean, users simply do not trust a clunky app or a broken website. And ultimately, this stalls your long-term growth and wastes incredibly valuable development costs on a product that users just inherently reject.
Well, this brings us to the perfect antidote for that exact nightmare scenario, Adobe XD. It's essentially a unified UI and UX design platform combining wireframing, responsive design, interactive prototyping, and collaborative workflows all in a single environment. Think of it as the ultimate multi-tool. Its core purpose is to completely reduce those severe project risks by uniting your creative ideas with realistic execution long before a single line of code is actually written.
Moving on to Section 2, Mastering Responsive Design, or how we go about designing for literally any screen.
These days, device consistency is no longer optional. It is absolutely mandatory. And Adobe XD tackles this complex headache with a brilliant feature called responsive resize. It's kind of like magic. In Step 1, you just design your initial desktop view. In Step 2, you simply resize the artboard for a new device, like a tablet or smartphone. And Step 3 is where it gets incredibly cool. You literally just watch the elements automatically adjust. This drastically reduces all that tedious manual redesign work, keeping your layouts, your navigation, and your typography perfectly balanced without having to start from scratch for every single screen size.
So, why does all this flexibility actually matter to us? Because it allows you to test usability early and seriously reduce your development costs. By testing your menus, buttons, forms, and layouts across all different devices right out of the gate, your team catches usability issues way before any actual software development begins. This amazing combination of flexibility and precision saves a massive amount of time and money, making the final product so much better.
All right, let's look at Section 3, Bringing Designs to Life Through Interactive Prototyping.
So now we're moving past just visual layouts and looking at how a product actually feels and responds in the real world. The old way of doing things meant stakeholders had to stare at flat, static mockups, just kind of using their imagination to guess how an app might actually flow. But the new way, it changes everything. You can now experience complete living user journeys. You can navigate through screens, test out the buttons, and view complex animations, literally without writing a single line of code. It perfectly simulates real user interactions.
And the absolute most crucial point here is that you're identifying necessary improvements before development begins. When your designers, developers, and business decision makers can actually evaluate an application's workflow in a highly realistic way, you get significantly faster project delivery and just far fewer of those painfully costly revisions down the line. It's really all about getting it right before it gets expensive.
Which leads us straight into Section 4, Building Consistent Design Systems. This is all about scalability and trust.
Now, what's really interesting here is that as digital products scale and become incredibly complex, robust design systems become essential just to manage the chaos. Simple components, things like buttons and navigation bars, are converted into reusable assets. So, when you need to change your brand colors or update typography in one place, they update automatically across every single screen in the project.
These standardized layouts are a total game changer. They don't just save valuable design time, they ensure a flawless, unified visual identity everywhere, which directly strengthens brand recognition and user trust.
Okay, Section 5, Seamless Team Collaboration and Unified Workflows.
Let's be real here for a second. Brilliant design means absolutely nothing if it cannot be effectively communicated to the developers who actually have to build the thing. Across the collaborative lifecycle, we start with ideation and wireframes in Phase 1, and then we move seamlessly into interactive prototyping in Phase 2. But Phase 3 is where this cloud-based collaboration truly shines: live commenting and version management. Teams can jump in, review designs, and leave feedback in real time from anywhere in the world, setting everything up perfectly for Phase 4, the developer handoff.
Now, the developer handoff is historically where projects, and frankly, teamwork, often fall completely apart. But with a truly unified workflow, developers get detailed design specifications, instantly downloadable assets, exact spacing measurements, and precise colors pulled directly from the shared prototypes. This totally eliminates those classic frustrating communication gaps between the design team and the engineering team, ensuring that the final implementation is perfectly accurate.
And finally, Section 6, Delivering Business Success. Let's talk about the big payoff.
Let's look at the actual payoff of unifying this entire workflow. Our source material has this fantastic quote that summarizes the core philosophy perfectly. Creating successful digital products requires more than attractive visuals. It demands thoughtful planning, responsive design, interactive prototyping, effective collaboration, and a deep understanding of user behavior. See, it's an entire ecosystem of work that creates success, not just a pretty picture.
When that entire ecosystem is actually functioning properly, the ultimate payoff is just massive. Teams are able to build highly user-centered digital products efficiently. This results in dramatically improved customer satisfaction, deeply strengthened brand loyalty, and it strongly supports long-term business success. This right here is exactly why the demand for skilled UI and UX professionals continues to grow at such a rapid pace. Businesses are prioritizing these exact outcomes and digital innovation above almost everything else today. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Does your team's workflow build seamless digital experiences, or are you just building static roadblocks? Whether you end up using Adobe XD or you're just taking a hard look at evaluating your own current processes, streamlining how your team communicates from that very first idea all the way to developer handoff is the absolute key to mastering digital product design. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep designing, and I'll catch you on the next one.